The 2025 Chuck E. Cheese animated series has officially been cast and is now on the road to hitting the small screen, kicking off with the proposed holiday special, the Chuck E. Cheese Christmas Special. The cast for this special in the animated series that is set to follow was announced on June 17th, 2025, and in this video we're going to get into who has been cast and who they might be playing. Chucky and Friends is an upcoming animated series produced by HappyNest Entertainment with animation production services by Brisbane-based Pixel Zoo Animation Studios. According to Chucky.fandom.com, the series was first announced by David McKillips, the CEO of CEC Entertainment, who expressed interest in the idea of expanding Chuck E. Cheese beyond its restaurants. The show's pitch Bible was leaked on October 26, 2024, and there are finally some recent exciting updates about the upcoming holiday special that did not come from a leak. In a Variety article released on June 17th, it was revealed that the new project, produced by UTA and Stampede Ventures' kid-focused HappyNest Entertainment, is currently in production and has found its voice cast. Let's dive into the details and break down who's playing who. So, the Chuck E. Cheese Christmas Special seems to be the official title of the special. Not super inventive, but you know what? I can have some respect for a straightforward, uncomplicated title. I'm going to go ahead and read the names off in the order that the article shares them, then we're going to briefly discuss who could be playing which role. I definitely want some sounding off in the comments on who you think is going to play which role, because I am not super well versed in voice actors. I don't watch a lot of cartoons or anime, so I don't feel super confident in my guesses. I'm going based on kind of researched and educated guesses. First up, we have Nathan Kress as Chuck E. Cheese himself. Jarrett Reddick, who is the current voice of Chuck E. Cheese in show tapes and other media, made a statement about the casting on Instagram, stating that the production company wanted to do reinterpretations of the character and that CEC let him know before the special was announced, saying that he was okay with it and still happy to be Chucky everywhere else, which is relieving to know, especially knowing how Duncan Brannon was done in terms of being recast. This casting does not feel completely out of left field, honestly. Nathan Kress doesn't have a lot of voice acting experience based on his IMDb, but it seems like he's carved out a niche as the approachable, helpful, kind of nerdy, but cool, good friend character, which seems to fit Chuck's current characterization pretty well, I would say. I am excited to see how he does in the role for sure, and it'll be nice to have a familiar voice going into it. The Variety article also lists Griffin, Nolan North, Kari Wahlgren, and Fred Tatasciore as part of the cast. Unfortunately, it doesn't specify who's playing which character, so let's make some educated guesses together. Again, in the comments, please feel encouraged to share who you think is playing each role. I would genuinely love to hear from you, especially from the people who actually know these voice actors much better than I do. So my first educated guess is Fred Tatasciore as Pasquale. In the show Bible, Pasquale is characterized as kind of a father figure to the gang, and there are several voices on Tatasciore's IMDb that I feel fit that archetype really well. I feel he just fits that character. I think Jasper is probably going to be Nolan North, though I will say part of me kind of thinks that Tatasciore's deep voice could fit a version of Jasper if they're doing a cool, deep voice vibe. Tatasciore definitely has that deep voice, and if they're going, it really depends on what kind of cool guy Jasper is going to be. I feel there's nothing in the show Bible that indicates that Jasper is going to have a country accent, but he has to, right? Let me know in the comments what you think about that. The ones that feel more up in the air to me are Helen and Bella. From listening to some of the voices that both Gray and Kari have done, I feel both are capable of capturing the voices that I'm picturing for the respective characters. Let me give you a breakdown of what I'm kind of picturing based on the character descriptions and the characterizations that Helen and Bella have kind of gotten in recent years. For Helen, I'm picturing a more calm, mature, friendly voice, and for Bella, I'm expecting something squeakier and high-pitched, especially given the heavy emphasis on how cute, tiny, and adorable Bella is and how much it seems to play into her character and how she's perceived according to the show Bible. I'm curious what you guys think. Who do you guys think is playing Helen, Bella, and the rest of the gang? Let me know your guesses in the comments because I would love to hear your thoughts. I feel I'm at a bit of a disadvantage when it comes to guessing these, as like I said, I'm not a huge animation or anime fan and I don't really recognize these voice actors outside of some of their most iconic roles, which I feel are a pretty wide range of different voices and inflections. It's not really telling me anything to see the most famous voices that these people are doing, because they are voice actors and they can do so many different voices. I think any of these people could have a really good interpretation of any of these characters. So I'm really curious to see what direction they're going to go in. I find it very interesting that this cast list was revealed, but it wasn't revealed who was playing which role other than Chucky. I will say, up until this point in writing my script, I kind of forgot that Mr. Munch exists, and that's probably because I'm not that big of a fan. I'm going to go ahead and shift my guess on Fred Tatasciore from Pasquale to Munch, but I guess we don't really truly know. It is basically 3 months after that initial article was released by the time that I'm recording this, because I wrote the script and I never got around to actually making the video, so I'm doing it now. But I think Fred might be Munch. We'll see about that. Let me know what you think. Another interesting tidbit from the Variety article is that the special doesn't seem to currently have a streaming platform, and I think it'll be really interesting to see where it ends up when it is ready to release in November. The article also revealed that the special will feature a brand new Christmas song co-written by John Colton Berry, Zach Moncrief, composer Ben Bromfield, and Jeff Berry, who is the father of John Colton Berry. I'm curious to see if Nathan Kress will be singing as part of this. I don't know if Nathan Kress is a singer. I don't think I've ever seen him sing in anything, but I guess we'll find out. The final paragraph of the Variety article that I've been pulling from features a quote from CEC Vice President of Global Media, Licensing and Entertainment, Melissa McLeanas, who said, "This is more than just a TV special, it's a milestone moment for the Chuck E. Cheese brand. We're entering the entertainment arena in a way that builds on our nostalgic legacy while charting a new future for our characters as a storytelling franchise." As a fan and someone who grew up with Chuck E. Cheese and has watched the brand's relevancy sort of ebb and flow, I'll be curious to see how this pans out and whether or not it will help the brand get out of the less than ideal spot that it's sort of been stuck in for the past, honestly, decade or so. Only time will tell. This holiday special could be a turning point for Chuck E. Cheese as a brand, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. If you're as curious as I am, make sure to subscribe for updates, nostalgic deep dives, and more pop culture fun. And if you've got ideas for future videos, drop them in the comments. I would love to hear them. I definitely post more frequently on TikTok, so if you're looking for more regular content, definitely check me out there. YouTube is something that I really want to focus on more, but it is a lot more work, and it feels a lot more daunting to set up and record a video sometimes. Hence why this video is being recorded and released in September when the article came out and I wrote most of this script in June. Whoops, it happens. At least I am getting it done now, and I'm proud of myself for that one. Any encouragement or suggestions for future video ideas would mean the absolute world to me. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.